What's up? It's Dr. Taylor Krick. Short video today, but if you follow our info, our content at all, you know that for years I've been into circadian rhythms, and this is something that was coming out years ago. The 2017 Nobel Prize was won for this circadian science, so it's been getting really big. So I want to share just a couple screenshots of a couple studies and just some thoughts on this of the stuff that's coming out. So obviously circadian rhythms are big in the sleep world, and that's what we talk about is, hey, here's how you can regulate your clocks and get better sleep and all these things. But let me just show you some of the studies that have come out recently. So first one, circadian system, a novel diagnostic and therapeutic target in Parkinson's disease, ? Now, cool. This one comes out of, they're out of Mass General Hospital and Harvard Medical School, and talking about how the circadian rhythms could be a treatment and diagnostic thing for Parkinson's. So really interesting about that. And so 2016, cool. But let's look at what's happened so far in 2020. So here's another one for Parkinson's. So from the journal Cells, circadian rhythms, neuroinflammation, and oxidative stress in the story of Parkinson's. So this paper connects the connection between how circadian rhythms regulate this neuroinflammatory process and this oxidative stress process that goes on to cause Parkinson's. So it's like, wow, your circadian rhythms have something to do with that. Published 2020 January. Next one, published July 31st, 2020. So pretty recent, depending on when you're watching this. But Frontiers in Immunology, my favorite journal. Circadian control of inflammasome pathways. So inflammasomes are these inflammatory things that the body produces, and they're kind of like they sound, they cause a lot of inflammation. So they're controlled by circadian mechanisms. The implications for circadian medicine. Okay, cool. Here's another one. 12th of June, 2020, Frontiers in Immunology. Circadian regulation of the biology of allergic disease. Clock disruption can promote allergy. So if somebody comes in and they're like, hey, I have allergies, what supplement can I take? Do I need some quercetin or some bromelain or something? And I want them to work on their circadian rhythms. I want them to work on their light exposure. I want them to work on their things like that. This is the most recent cutting edge science, 2020. There's another one, how the clock in your body, your circadian rhythms, over a third of your genes are controlled by circadian mechanisms. And so they control a lot of your genes for allergy and for immunity, like inflammasomes, like this paper says. Here's another one. Innate rhythms, clocks at the center of monocyte and macrophage function. So monocytes and macrophages, monocytes become macrophages. They're part of the innate immune system. When's this published? 4th of August, 2020. So I'll go ahead and say when the date is right now. It's September 1st. So this is like 4 weeks old, this paper. And I just got a new issue of Frontiers in Immunology this morning. Haven't had time to open it yet, but I will. So cool, 2020, the clocks control the immunology. Then here's another one, 2020, and this is on metabolism. So the clocks control neuroinflammation. The clocks control immune function, and the clocks control metabolism. The impact of circadian disruption on glucose metabolism, the implications for type 2 diabetes. So the clocks, when the clocks get disrupted, and that could be from shift work. Certainly, it's a known carcinogen. It's not healthy. But it can also come from looking at your phone at night, watching TV at night. These things that sound kind of weird, being under artificial light at night. Alan, these things that can disrupt the clock, or even stress that disrupts adrenal function and some other circadian things. But these clocks, these circadian clocks, control metabolism, control immunity, control allergy, control neuroinflammation. They control so much. So circadian rhythms are so important, and light exposure is so important for so much more than just sleep.